Okay, so Rudy?
Right, it will be chai with Elli.
Nice one.
No chai with me.
No chai.
You have to have one day coffee with you.
Inshallah, one day.
Coffee with Nadia.
Coffee with me, yeah.
Coffee with Nadia.
I felt the humiliation.
Yeah,
I
that
felt,
she must have felt, absolutely.
you know, it was, and then I have to burst out in tears. Assalamu alaikum, this is Elli AvrRam and you are watching me on Yalla Filmy.
Yes.
I want Kavas Maneksha Nanavati hung till death.
ये इंडिया है, यहाँ पर रिलीजन ही मैटर करता है।
You sleep with Prema Huja.
السلام عليكم everyone, this is أحمد المرزوقي.
And this is Nadia Siddiqui.
اليوم معانا النجمة الجميلة والمتميزة وما شاء الله عليها تضحك ابتسامتها جميلة ما شاء الله. اليوم معانا إلي أفرام.
I think that's the longest introduction he's probably done in all the episodes. So obviously what he was trying to say is the most beautiful, almost angel-like.
How do you know
with
Arabic?
us.
You do?
Because the way you went Jamila and this and that, I can understand this was the longest introduction. So yes.
Okay, so now I have seen a beautiful trailer of your web shows coming out in AltBalaji.
Oh, you've seen it.
So how is it different from Rustom?
Wow. It is quite different. So I'd say like Rustom was more a movie that was based or inspired by this case that had happened.
Yeah.
The Verdict State VS Nanavati is actually, you know, 10 episodes, and you get to show so much more in 10 episodes,
Exactly.
right, than just a 2-hour long
True.
movie. So here it's going to be, for the first time, you're going to see so much more, like the point of view from Mrs. Sylvia Nanavati. You know, there are going to be so many different, I'd say, layers, like, you know, more like complex emotions, you know, of her life story. Yeah. Not only that, there's going to be like literally everyone's point of view that you will get to see, because during this case, it was like the biggest case in India that happened, the whole nation was involved. You know, it was the Sindhis versus the Parsis. So in this show, you're going to get to see even that. You're going to get to see everyone's point of view, which makes it so much more interesting. And the script is so beautifully written, and it has so much of details of what actually happened. Like, for example, what actually happened in the court, we have followed that exactly. Yes, there are, like, if you take out the documents, you get to see what exactly was said, what exactly did Sylvia say inside the courtroom, what happened. We have copied it exactly. So it's the first time actually everyone will get to see what actually happened, you
like
know?
The real detailed version.
Yes, and it's amazing. Like, for example, I was shocked when I read the script, and there's this one scene where Sylvia had to actually read out her own love letter that she had written to Prem. That happened in real life.
Okay, where she had to read it out in the court?
Yes, in the court, in front of everyone.
Embarrassing
And
as
imagine
well.
that they are typing and it is coming out in the press, like the whole nation gets to know what she, in her most vulnerable, you know, emotional, so personal, you know, sat there and wrote a letter to the man that she loved and were willing to, you know, leave her husband for, right? And here she has to read out that. So I remember when I had to deliver that scene, I was so feeling Sylvia, because there were so many of all the actors, you know, the cast, all the junior artists inside there, and it was pure silence, and there was, and I had to read out the love letters, feeling that I'm Sylvia. I felt the humiliation. I
that
felt
she must have felt, absolutely.
you know, it was, and then I have to burst out in tears, and it was just, and I've just understood that woman so much, like what she must have gone through.
True.
So this is what you have not got to see, you know, in
the movie itself.
in the movies, because, you know, I know that Rustom is not the first one. Like when I Google up, there are what do you say, like previous, like back in the days, Bollywood movies that was also based on this Nanavati case.
So there are like
and they have
versions
always
of it,
portrayed the woman in, you know, like in a certain way, but here you're getting to see another Sylvia.
That
Very
would be really
interesting to see that.
Yes,
And when it's
yes.
coming out?
It's releasing now on 30th of September
Oh, wow.
on
We all have to
AltBalaji and on Zee5. So
Oh,
yeah,
so
you guys
awesome.
have to watch it.
Now, before going, I think you want to go to the.
Yes, I want to.
lecture.
But one question that I
Yes.
wanted to ask you: how different is working for a film and a web series? I mean, what's harder or what's the difference?
So, honestly speaking, the experience I have experienced is that it's been like more faster shooting for a web show in the sense in terms of your takes.
Okay.
It's more like, you know, like this.
It's quicker.
Yes, whether when you're shooting a movie for one scene, they take much more time, you know, to set everything up, and you know, web series is more like, okay.
And I think that's what it's trending.
You have to be
People love
you know, you have
web
to nail your
series.
scene.
Absolutely.
Like,
It's like one take and that's it.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
knows
yeah,
what it is.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome.